Go ahead and record. What's up, everybody? It is October the 27th, almost time for Halloween, almost time for the end of the year. I can't even believe it. Welcome to Scorpio season, everybody. So today we are going to be talking about menopause, and we're going to be talking about how we can have the healthiest menopause ever. And one of the things about menopause is the healthier you are before menopause, the healthier you are after menopause. And so it's very important after the age of about 35, 40 for most people, you just can't get away with what you used to be able to get away with. I mean, we all remember the days of staying up too late, having too much fun, all the things in our 20s, and we just can't sustain it as we get older. And so we're going to be talking today about how we can approach menopause and how we can stay healthy through it. And I think it's interesting. I heard an obstetrician the other day, saying like, you're not going through menopause, like it's paused, it's done, it's over and done with. And so for a lot of people, that transition time can take some time over the course of years, but once it's done, it is done. And so when I think of staying healthy during menopause and really looking at what do we need to take care of, it's more than just the emotional health, it's more than just the hot flashes, it's more than just like the vaginal dryness, all of the things, but we really also have to take a hard look at the physiological function of estrogen in our body. Because if you remember when we launched Ignite, I was really adamant about this is not only about sexual health. Estrogen has so many different functions in our bodies. And when we go through menopause, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone all fall off a cliff. And so estrogen contributes to our cardiovascular health, as well as our cognitive health. It helps our bones to stay nice and healthy. And we know that it works alongside progesterone to ensure that we have healthy sexual health and reproductive health. There are multiple types of estrogen. And it's interesting that when we go through menopause, we shift from estradiol, which is the primary form of estrogen in our youth, to a form of estrogen that is weaker called estrone. And so it's not just that your estradiol falls off a cliff, but now you've got this weaker version of estrogen in you called estrone. Estriol, so estradiol means two alcohol groups is what that diol means. Estriol has three. These are the ones that are the most prominent during pregnancy. And so estrogen not only leads to sexual maturation in women, but we know that estrogen imbalances can cause all kinds of problems as well. This is where we start to have irregular menstruation. This is where we have very bad premenstrual and menopausal symptoms. This is where hot flashes, night sweats is from estrogen imbalance. This is where fibrous breasts can arise from, mood problems, sleeping problems, weight gain, especially weight gain that is in the hips, thighs, and waist. This is also where low sex drive, vaginal dryness, vaginal atrophy occur. And estrogen is also very, very important for our skin health. And so when we think about going through a healthy menopause, we need to not only think about our sexual health, but our skin, our bones, our cognition, and our mood. So we have all of that we can work on. Now, let's remember, where does estrogen come from in our body? Does anybody know where estrogen comes from in our bodies. And so estrogen comes from primarily from the ovaries. But when we take a step back, I want you to recognize that estrogens are part of our sex steroid pathways. So ultimately, if we keep backing up all the way up the chain, the origin of estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone is all cholesterol. It is all cholesterol. And so if you are someone who has been told that you need to radically reduce your cholesterol, recognize that that can lead to problems with estrogen balance and can lead to a worsening of our menopausal symptoms. So we don't have to ingest cholesterol. You can actually make it. It's not an essential nutrient. Your body cannot survive without cholesterol because cholesterol is part of every single cellular membrane that you have. And it also is what wraps your neurons, allowing electrical synapses to move faster down the synapse. But if you are someone who is on a mega dose of a statin medication and you're also having an abnormal menopause, this is where you may want to talk to your physician about, hey, I'm not sure that I need to be on this absolutely huge mega dose. And so we know that we can get estrogens from food. I think everybody under the sun, when you think of estrogens in food, where does your mind go? Where does your mind go when you think of estrogens in food? Soy. Everybody thinks of soy. Nobody talks about meat and dairy. So dairy is very pro-inflammatory. Milk has an average of 30 plus different hormones in it because it is an animal-based product. Almost all factory farmed meat is female meat, which means you're going to get a big dose of estrogen from that as well. And here's the thing, when we think about soy, we think about phytoestrogens, but when we think about estrogens that come from dairy or meat, these are bioidentical hormones to ours. The estrogen that is in a cow is the same estrogen that is in a human being. So we need to take into account, yes, soy and soy protein does contain some estrogens, but they're phytoestrogens. Same way that we have phytoestrogens in cruciferous vegetables, berries, seeds, grains, nuts, fruit, and even wine also contains some phytoestrogens. And now, some guys, how many of you are team no soy? And then how many of you are team soy? Jennifer, this is the most common question I get about this. It is still animal protein. It is still got the same levels of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone as a cow has, right? And so a lot of people are team no soy. Some people are open to soy. I am open to soy, but I also understand that some people are not. And so when we think about some of the best foods for menopause, the jury is out about whether or not soy is universally dangerous for people. I am team, it's not universally dangerous for people. I think that it is potentially risky for people who have true soy allergies, because soy is one of the big 8 allergens that we need to take into account. However, there's also good research to show that soy-based products can modulate and lead to healthier menopause. We also know that carbohydrates and the timing of carbohydrates is very important in menopause. So if you are eating, I don't want to say correctly, but according to what we know from the most up-to-date research that we have about timings of foods, we really need to be focused on our protein-rich foods in the mornings and the afternoons, and carbohydrate-rich foods are going to actually help us to sleep better at night. So carbohydrate-rich snacks can really help to lower our can really help to lower our mood fluctuations. And so when we have these carbohydrate rich foods, it helps to buffer out our serotonin levels, buffer out those dopamine levels, which helps us to not have as many mood swings and not have as many problems with sadness or weepiness or any of those side effects of menopause. We certainly know that bone health becomes very important as we get older. So it's not only about calcium. Calcium is important, but we also need calcium, vitamin D3. We need magnesium, we need vitamin K2, all of which are found within Vita GBX, which is the multiple vitamin that Amare offers. So you can get that one fell swoop for your bone health. You can also just diversify your diet by eating dark leafy greens, broccoli, almonds. Fatty fishes are a great way to get good vitamin D. We also, I like to talk about how products at Amare are different than what I can get at the grocery store. Like, that's language that I just use over and over again. Tell me what is different about this. And we also have the opportunity to be sure that people are taking the correct forms of these vitamins, right? So it's not just about taking calcium. It's about taking a good amount of calcium. Calcium reaches a maximum absorption capacity inside of our gut. And after you reach that capacity, guess what? You are just pooping and you're getting constipated from all of the excess calcium, and you're putting yourself at higher risk for kidney stones, which may also result if you're taking too much calcium, especially if you're eating too much calcium alongside oxalate rich foods. And so we want to be sure that we're taking good amounts of calcium, but you never want to take more than 500 milligrams in one dose. And that's one of the things I like about Vita GBX, is that there are no mega doses of vitamins. And so the other thing is, we want to be sure that people are taking vitamin D3, not D2. So we're wanting to take cholecalciferol, not ergocalciferol. And we also want to be sure that we're taking vitamin K2, not K1, as we aim to support our bones. And so, yes, Jennifer, calcium is a very constipating food. And we know that any medication, supplement, food, whatever that causes either constipation or diarrhea also has the potential to disrupt our microbiome, which is not what we want to see happen. So we want to be sure that we're taking appropriate amounts of different multiple vitamins. And so, Georgia, calcium and magnesium help me to sleep at night. Magnesium is a true tonic. It tonifies everything. It slows down electrical impulses that could be wiry. So if you're somebody who has like a lot of stress throughout their life, magnesium can be an amazing supplement for you to add in. And calcium is sedating, and so it's not surprising to me that it helps you to sleep at night as well. So that's one thing we need to focus on, is being sure that we are getting good support for our bones. The Amare supplementation that comes to mind is Vita GBX. And now I want to focus on our cardiovascular health. And so cardiovascular health also is something that we need to pay closer attention to after menopause, because we are at higher risk for cardiovascular problems after menopause, because estrogen bathes the heart in a protective hormonal coating. It really helps the heart to stay healthy. So things that you can keep in mind for our cardiovascular health are high fiber foods. I love right now the seed fiber that Amare has to offer. And anybody who's here that, maybe you haven't placed your order yet this month, you can use the code TREATS to get free shipping, free superfoods, and free fiber. And so you've got all of those options for getting that heart healthy fiber. 90+% of Americans lack fiber in their diet. And that's a problem, especially as it relates to the microbiome, because we know that fiber actually helps to hydrate and maintain hydration of the microbiome, which allows us to stay better hydrated over time. Because one of the ways that our skin ages as we get older is that we lack hydration. So fiber can really help to manage all of the hydration. We also know that adding a supplement like superfood can add a broad range of fruits and vegetables to the diet without having to eat tons and tons and tons of different fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, which can produce gas in a lot of people. B vitamins are also going to be very important for our cognitive processes as well as our cardiovascular health, because B vitamins help to stabilize blood sugar. And when we stabilize blood sugar, that's going to be not only helpful for our cardiometabolic health, but it also minimizes the risk of mood swings. There are nuts are great sources of good, healthy fat, which are able to help counter the drying effects. When you lack estrogen, you are just drying yourself out a little bit when it comes to the lubrication of the entire body. And so these good healthy fats, omegas comes to mind that Amare offer, because you get those good healthy omega-3 fats, and it also is going to be helpful to help lubricate the joints and the body. So those are a few of the foods. Specific types of soy, like minimally processed edamame and tempeh, can be beneficial for some people. Other people choose to avoid it. And we also know that there are plenty of herbs that can help us throughout our menopause as well. And before I talk about herbs, because that's where I really want to spend like the rest of our time, but I just want to give a special shout out to lifting weights and how important lifting weights is as we age. I've heard many a functional medicine doctor say that weight training and muscle is the currency of aging. The more muscle that you have, the healthier your bones are going to be, the easier that it's going to be to have stable blood sugars. And the more that we lift weights and stay active in the gym, the less likely we are to fall, because the statistics are horrifying. If you fall down and break a hip after the age of 65, something insane like 50% of women are dead within 2 years of breaking a hip after the age of 65. And 65 is very young. We don't want to be falling, breaking a hip, and either being debilitated or being in a position where we really are not able to care for ourselves. So having good muscle, like Trish does, having good muscle will help you also to keep your independence. And so strength training slows the signs of aging. It optimizes changes in body composition. So it's normal to have more fat as we age, but exercise can slow down that process. It also helps with cognitive well-being, manages chronic diseases like hypertension, heart disease, diabetes. It can help to reduce minor aches and pains. Alongside our Relief Plus is an amazing supplement. How many of you love Relief Plus? I love Relief Plus. And I love the combination of Relief Plus and Sleep Plus, so that you're feeling better throughout the day, so that you're sleeping better at night. And so Relief Plus is a great one to take even before you start working out. Other benefits of healthy strength training and lifting weights is that we have better mental health, better mental wellness, and improved energy on the back end as well. So, Amare has a ton of great supplements that can help with menopause. I've mentioned Vita GBX, I've mentioned Omegas, I've mentioned Relief Plus, I've mentioned all the things. But for the rest of our time today, I really want to focus on specific adaptogenic herbs that can help with our overall balance. Okay. And so when I think about the Ignite products, which, by the way, I did put together a cart with some just basic starting points. And if I invited you to this meeting today, you can feel free to direct message me if you would like a custom cart. Otherwise, I do have a cart put together which has our Happy Hormones pack, which contains the Ignite, it contains Mood Plus and GBX Fit. So you're getting, in that combination of products, you're getting pre, pro, and postbiotics that help, and phytobiotics that help to shred belly fat, reduce bloat and inflammation, and increase dopamine. We also have our Mood Plus, which contains 4 different adaptogenic herbs that can help to ensure that your mood is staying in where we want it to be. And then the Ignite products have the ingredients that are specifically for sexual wellness. And I think especially for menopausal women, I call the Ignite for her the wetter, more interested, and more climactic supplement. And so let's have more of that in our life. And then the Ignite for him is longer, harder, stronger, is what the 2 products do. So inside of Ignite, inside of the hers, we have ingredients that are for healthy hormone balance. We have ingredients that help to support sexual arousal, desire, and vitality. We have ingredients that help with blood flow, that help to stabilize our mood, and are just good for our overall reproductive health from menarche, even all the way past menopause. It's got all the talking points that you want. It's soy-free, dairy-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, doesn't have any preservatives, no artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and it is all natural and vegan. How it works is it has adaptogenic herbs, and these adaptogenic herbs are what are supporting our hormone balance. And when you hear people talk about, oh yeah, increases dopamine, increases cortisol, or decreases cortisol, all the things, a lot of people say, well, what if it's too low already? Or what if it's too high already? Well, remember that these are adaptogens. They are adaptogens. So these are distinctly different than any of the medications on the market. And the reason for that is a medication is going to hit you over the head with a sledgehammer no matter what. But adaptogenic herbs help to raise levels when levels are low, and it helps to reduce levels when levels are high, so that you can bring it back into balance. And so we need to bring things back into balance, no doubt. And so that is what adaptogens do. Your microbiome is also adaptogenic. People hear about mentobiotics and they're like, oh no, well, I don't know that I want to take mentobiotics because, my cortisol is already too low. Friends, mentobiotics is not going to throw you into a dangerously low cortisol level. That's just not how adaptogens work. So there's also herbs in there that have been traditionally used to help support our sexual wellness. and there's phytonutrients. And so inside of the HERS formula, there are three key ingredients. There's wild green oats, shatavari, and fenugreek. Okay, so wild green oats is what we have that helps to support blood flow. We need to support blood flow because without blood flow, you are not able to get blood flow is critical to arousal and performance. And it's also critical to just having it's also critical to combating the vaginal dryness that can happen with menopause and the vaginal atrophy. So the wild green oat supports blood flow. You have the wild green oats that helps to support sexual desire. And wild green oats is also a nootropic. And so nootropics, we have a couple of them in Amare. The most common one that we have is Edge. And that's why I put Edge into the cart with the Happy Hormones pack, is because I think that we have that opportunity to work on our mood as well as our focus with using nootropics. And so wild green oats are another nootropic supplement, excuse me, that can go alongside Edge. The other reason that I really like Edge for this particular topic is because Edge can help to reduce the risk of brown spots on the skin. It can reduce the appearance of brown spots on the skin and also give the body the ability to have that more youthful looking skin, which you can also do with the new Dermabiotics products. The collagen boosting spray tastes really, really good. If anybody is here today and they're like, man, Linz, this is the first time I've heard you teach Amare and I'm ready to go. I want to know all about it. How many of you is this your first ever Amare meeting? How many of you is this your first ever meeting? Is anybody brand new here? And who invited you? If all right, we got hands going up all over the room. That's awesome. Welcome, Georgia. Welcome, Tina. Welcome, Jen. All the things. And so, you know, we have such amazing products at Amare. And right now you can get the new PEP, the 2 new skincare products for free when you go all in and say, I'm in. I want the essentials pack. I want to get going, and I want the wellness pack, excuse me, because I'm ready. I'm ready to join the mental wellness movement. We are the only mental wellness company, and this is a great opportunity for you to say, you know what, this isn't just about healthy menopause. This is about having healthy lives around people all around us. So the Ignite for her also contains shatavari, which is an adaptogenic herb. It's called the queen of all herbs, whereas ashwagandha is considered to be the king of all herbs. And shatavari has been used for many, many, many a year to help improve fertility and vitality, supports overall reproductive health for women of all ages. And so this is a great one, again, for menarche all the way past menopause. It also helps to support a balanced mood. Then there's fenugreek, which fenugreek supports healthy sexual desire, as well as that healthy sexual vitality. And it helps to improve our hormone balance and all the things. So welcome, Veronica. So excited that Marca invited you. Trying to find ways that will make the budget go further. Does it make sense to take half dosing or every other day? My opinion is I would rather see you take 1 capsule once a day versus 2 capsules every other day would be my go-to right there. Jennifer, so glad I invited you today. I'm using Mood Energy Plus, Mentabiotics, and Mentasync. Love that. I need help with menopause because of PCOS. So remember, PCOS is a cortisol problem and an insulin problem. We think of PCOS as being a testosterone problem. It is not a testosterone problem. So when you have estrogen and testosterone imbalance, this is called the hierarchy of hormones. When you have an estrogen, testosterone, progesterone problem, up under that, you have a thyroid problem, and up under that, you have an insulin or a cortisol problem, likely both. So when I think of cortisol, happy juice. Happy juice, happy juice, happy juice all day long. GBX Fit is also another great option that can help with the cortisol problems that can arise in the body. And then I also think of Mental Focus, Kids Mood Plus, just like really calming down. Becky, I've heard of women taking one Ignite for him and one Ignite for her to help with their cycles. In general, I recommend that if you're going to take the Ignite for him, it's one that I recommend doing post-menopausal, not necessarily during the cycling. So in the him is cordyceps mushrooms, which is an adaptogenic mushroom that helps with stamina and vitality and a healthy sex drive. And it also helps to improve performance when you take the him. Rhodiola is honestly probably my favorite of all of the adaptogenic herbs out there. I think rhodiola is phenomenal. I've been taking a standalone rhodiola supplement for a long time. And so this is an adaptogen that supports sexual desire, balanced mood, and it helps to maintain endurance and performance. Then there is Tongkat Ali. Also more commonly known as long jack. And so that you will never forget. So Tongkat Ali is an herb that supports sexual life, vitality, hormone balance, and helps with testosterone levels. And so if you are someone who is saying, you know, I want to help my testosterone levels, not just my estrogen and progesterone, the Ignite for him alongside the Ignite for her could be a really great option for you. Now, that said, I did put a link to a shopping cart, which if someone other than me invited you today, you're going to just ask them to remake this cart for you, or tell them, you know what, that Lindsey girl seems great, but I want something else. And you just get what you want, friends. So what I put in this cart was the Happy Hormones pack, which has the Ignite for her in there. We have the GBX Fit, which is the world's first quad biotic that helps to reduce belly fat, bloat, inflammation in the belly, helps to shred belly fat over time. It has fibers that help to curb cravings over time. And then there is Mood Plus. Mood Plus is an extraordinary supplement that you can really feel working right away. I call it the feel less awkward supplement because it makes me feel less awkward when I'm in public situations, because yes, I do get awkward when I'm in public situations. It also goes alongside the Ignite for him and her so well because it has different adaptogenic herbs. It's got ashwagandha, it's got kanna, it's got rafuma, it's got magnolia bark, it's got all kinds of good support in it. It also has this mood elevating blend, which has herbs that have been shown to help with mental clarity and mental focus. I also included Edge because of the ability to help with the visible signs of aging. You also will get Energy Plus because a lot of people struggle with energy postmenopausally. And then I was absolutely sure to include Mentabiotics because Mentabiotics is going to help with the cortisol level that is underlying all of the things. If you are not currently a member, you can sign up today with the code ENROLLPEP, which will allow you to get a 12-pack of the new PEP for only $20. Or if you're sitting here listening to me and you're like, my head is spinning and I think I want Mental Heart and the Omegas and the Vita GBX and the Edge and the everything, just type all in the comments. And all in is going to get you someone, whoever invited you, or if I invited you, you're going to have to reach out to me because I love you, but I will help when you reach out. And so All In is also going to get you the new Dermabiotics, which I think is going to be a game changer for a lot of women, because one of the primary thing that it does is it tightens the skin, and that tightening on the skin is something that a lot of women are going to want postmenopausally. There's also the collagen boosting spray, which is amazing and can really help with the ability of our body to produce its own collagen. Because here's the thing, here's my problem that I have with collagen. There are primarily two different collagen supplements on the market, type 1 and type 2. We have 28 different types of collagen in your body. And so if you're not able to make your collagen, you're missing out on many, many different types of collagen out there. So you can go all in, all the things. And yes, and somebody just asked privately, hey, I'm already enrolled, but now I want to do the essentials pack. Yes, you can do that. Just be sure that you're using your treats code so that you get your shipping for free, all of the things. If you take melatonin or collagen supplements where your body stopped producing it, the jury is out on melatonin. It's more important in young children who take melatonin, that it inhibits the production of melatonin. Collagen, to the best of my knowledge, your body does not stop producing collagen simply because you're taking a collagen supplementation. It's just that most collagen supplementations are cheap, low quality. They contain denatured collagen, not undenatured collagen, and they really only contain type 1s and types 2. They're not really there to provide all the different types of collagen. So Jennifer, just reach out to me later, and we can sort through this. I'm more than happy to help you get it taken care of. So Gail, there aren't collagen in Amare's supplements. The whole point of the Dermabiotics collagen boosting spray is that when you use it, it allows your body to make its own collagen, because it has this ingredient, the Lactobacillus cereus 65, which actually helps you to produce your own collagen, because it governs something called autophagy. So autophagy, auto means to self, phagy means to eat. And so Jennifer, this spray gets sprayed in the mouth. It's a supplement. It's not a topical. And so that's something really important to teach people, because it is sticky. It's got honey in it. And so yes, Gail, when you supplement with probiotics that help you to generate collagen and help you to eat up old spent collagen, your body's going to make what it wants. You know, I heard somebody ask about 5-HTP earlier in the chat, and 5-HTP gets me thinking about Amare's product called Sleep Plus. A lot of people take 5-HTP supplements because they want more serotonin. But what we have is corngrass, which will provide the building blocks that will drive towards either serotonin or melatonin, specifically depending on what the body needs. And so that's one of the things I like about the adaptogenic nature of almost all of the products that Amare offers, is that you are getting into a situation where the body can absolutely make what it wants, and not necessarily just hitting it over the head with, here's more estrogen, here's more, here's mega doses of vitamins or whatever we have. Can our bodies develop a tolerance to HRT? Not really. So hormone replacement therapy is like taking a sledgehammer to a problem, right? So if you think about this, the kind of spectrum, synthetic hormone replacement therapy is a sledgehammer. Bioidentical hormone replacement therapy is kind of like just, tapping the nail. And then adaptogens are saying, we're just going to provide you with what your body needs to produce more. You're also going to need good, healthy fats. Omegas are going to be a great option. And also just the cardiovascular health of everything. Mental Heart is another amazing option. Mental Heart is honestly my favorite supplement of all of the supplements. I think it is the unsung hero of the entire product line. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Happy Juice. I love Pep. I love Kids Mood Plus, but Mental Heart is kind of next level. It really is. And Vita GBX helps to like bring it all together. My menopause has been causing sleep disruption. Yep. And so, getting the ignites in the morning, taking the sleep pluses at night, using the relief plus so that we're sure we can get good exercise, which is going to help to wear us out so that we're more tired at night. Can a man take ignite even if he's on a testosterone injection? Yes, you just simply have to be able to monitor for the signs and symptoms of excessive testosterone. What are the areas of the body that produces progesterone? It's going to be primarily your ovaries, primarily the ovaries. Menopause is beating me up seriously bad. You know what, friend? Embrace it. Embrace it. I think a lot of the time when people have really bad menopause, it is friction, because you don't want to be at this age. You don't want to be like at that age where you're admitting that you're menopausal. And just as a historical kind of view, women are kind of considered less valuable after menopause. We are not at all. And therefore we just need to step up and say, this is a new modern era where a postmenopausal woman is valuable, is sexy, is still attractive, is still able to get out there and exercise, accomplish dreams, all of the things. I mean, goodness, nothing makes me happier within this industry than to see women in their 60s, 70s, and 80s still thriving and making an income. And so that is always so fun to see. Becky, have I taught on high blood pressure? I have not yet. We did talk about blood pressure a little bit in the caffeine addiction, webinar that I taught a couple months ago. Those are posted over on Learn Amare for anybody on mine or Laura's team that wants to access them. Okay, I have a potential customer. She's loved Happy Juice, but gets headaches. Okay, so here's the thing about side effects. Number one, what else changed in your life? Are you sure you're not just dehydrated? Because that's the number one cause of headaches. And number two is we need to look at, has there been a change elsewhere, right? Has there been a change in personal care products, in fragrances in the home? Where has the change occurred? The third thing then is to peel back and we try to isolate which of the products is the problem arising. Is it maybe because of Edge? Is it because of antibiotics? Or is it because of Energy Plus? If it's because of Energy Plus, maybe it's a caffeine sensitivity and we need to peel back and we need to be using the caffeine-free, sugar-free, etc. So that's what I would take into account. Can the body resist adaptogens? I mean, sure, you can out-eat any supplement out there. You can out-eat, undersleep, under-exercise, and underhydrate any supplement routine or any medication routine, right, out there. And so it's not that the body resists them. It's just if the body is super unhealthy at baseline, it's just harder for them to work all of the things. So this supplement does not have full out 5-HTP. No, it does not. There are some supplements that have 5-HTP, but you're going to like draw me to the end of my knowledge base about which ones they are. And so, do the products that make up Happy Juice have caffeine? Not if you choose the caffeine-free, sugar-free dragon fruit version. Mineral and electrolytes cause headaches for sure. Absolutely. That's where we start thinking about Vita GBX. And Maria, all of these will always be posted over on Learn Amare, and we put these up on YouTube so that you can share them with others. So typically these only go about 30 to 35 minutes, you guys, but we're 45 minutes in and I am still happy to answer any questions that you have. Anybody who is unsure how to make a cart for the people that they have, that they invited to this call, reach out to the person who enrolled you and let's talk through that. And we will be back next week. Be on the lookout in your email because we may be doing this call earlier in the morning because I am driving out to go to a wedding next Thursday. So I will be in touch with the timing, but we will be talking about neuroplasticity, which is the way in which the brain changes itself, because the brain always has the opportunity to change itself. Maria, I just placed my order last night for Happy Hormones and Meant to Sync. I'd like to add the Dermabiotics. Is it too late? Right now, just place a separate order. You can still use the treats code if that's what you want to do. Or if you say, all right, I'm all in, I'm getting the essentials pack, you will get both of the Dermabiotics for free. And it is such a screaming deal right now to get those essentials packs because you typically get $1,300 worth of product for $750, but this go round, you're getting the Dermabiotics as well as the PEP and the collagen boosting spray, all for free. What sweeteners are used to flavor the products depends on what you pick. Sometimes it's sugar, sometimes it's xylitol, sometimes it is allulose, sometimes it is stevia. Just depends. Does Ignite help with painful menstruation? What if it does? What if it does? You know what I mean? Like, what if it does? That's where we are. And remember, the liver in Chinese medicine governs blood flow. And so painful periods, blood clots, all of that is a sign of liver dysfunction, which means it is time to do your reboot. That is what that means right there. The code to use to sign up today is Enroll PEP. The code to place a second order is treats, are the two active codes right now. The Enroll PEP code will get you sign up for free as a brand partner. It will also get you the opportunity to get a 12-pack of PEP for only $20. And the treats code is for anybody who is existing, who's maybe placing a second order this month, to get you free shipping and free product credits that you can use for superfoods. You can use them for the seed fiber, or you can use them for just about anything that you want. It's up to a $70 value. So it's a really great deal. And so, Gail, they both have pomegranate. I don't know what Gail asked about. Oh, is there caffeine in the pomegranate energy? Yes. So the pomegranate lime has 55 milligrams of caffeine, and the PEP has 50 milligrams of caffeine, but the dragon fruit does not have any caffeine and it doesn't have any sugar in it either. All right. So thank you, Greg, for clarifying all of that for us. I will see you guys back next week. Be on the lookout. As a reminder, we will not have our Monday night team call so that everybody can go forth and continue to close out this month strong. I encourage you, if you showed up for this meeting today and you're like, man, I think these products might actually help me, don't wait. Just go and take the next 5 minutes to reach out to the person who invited you here today and say, I'm ready. Here's what I think I want in my cart. What do you think? And if you are someone who's like, I really wanted so-and-so to show up today, send them the replay of this video and then just ask them, like, what can I get you started with today? What's your budget, friend? And just remind people, like, what if this actually helps? What if it actually helps? So, all right, everyone, I will talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you all for showing up. This was one of our biggest meetings yet. And so please do continue to send me ideas for topics that you find very relevant. And just take 2 minutes here in the chat. What do you want me to teach on? We're talking neuroplasticity. We've talked about caffeine addiction. What other topics do you want to hear from me? And if you don't know me, my name is Dr. Lindsey Elmore. You can find me on Instagram, on Pinterest, on TikTok, all the things. Zelina, reach out to me. I've got some information about that. And so just send me a message on Instagram real quick. Brain health sounds fun. Cardiovascular health, pain relief, high cholesterol, great ideas. So maybe we'll put some cardiovascular topics because that's going to cover cholesterol as well as heart health right there. And brain health is another great topic that we can chat through. Athletic performance, good idea. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Perfect. All right, everybody, I am over and out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys next week. Adios.